Yeah, good morning, Bang Bang Rail. I was watching, is it Paul Thorpe last night? And there's this guy called Richard Emun or something like that, his name is, ex-army. And he was talking about why do asylum seekers come to this country? Why? Why? Is he sure? They come to this country because we give them, or the government give them, passports, a hotel for 2 or 3 years, five-star hotel, money, phones, walk about freely, do whatever they like, yeah? And furthermore to that, all these people that come to this country, most of them, I think 95% of them, haven't got a passport. They've not got a passport. And they're called asylum seekers, yeah? And they sent them, put them in five-star hotels, three-star hotels, all around England they put them. And then they come out of the hotels, walking around, giving women a problem, young girls problems. And why? Why are we allowing that? Why? What? You can come to another country without without a passport. No one knows who you are. Do they find out who they are? They could be anybody. They could be anybody. This country. Listen, they say that, yeah, we check them out here. They don't do that, mate. They just sit down, bit of this, bit of that. Look at Godfather. Who's not Godfather? Scarface. When he come to America, had no passport or nothing like that. Asylum seeker. He went to this big place where they stayed, and then he paid someone money, hurt someone, and they give him a passport, give him asylum. Yeah, it's the same thing in this country. It's going to be the exact same thing, mate. It's going to be the exact same thing. Do this, do that. They're walking about now, doing their whatever they like, mate. Where are all these young men going? They're coming over on boats now, and they're all young men. There's no women on the boats. So where do they all go? They go to hotels. Is that where they go to? Five-star hotels, and they put security on the door. Then you're not even allowed to get into the hotel to have a look around. Who goes in that hotel? Does it just leave them there for 2 years? They live in poverty in their country, and they come into five-star hotels. Who changes their beds? Who changes their beds? Who takes their sheets away? Who washes their sheets? Who does their laundry for them? Who cooks their food? We do. British people, English people do all that. You know what I mean? It's terrible, mate. It's terrible, and yet there's people, or English people, that are laying on the streets, maybe ex-army, military, or whatever they are, living on the streets without a penny. They're living on cardboard. They're sleeping on cardboard. You know what I mean? They've got no money. They've got no water. They've got nothing. And there they are. These people are coming over from another part of the world, war zone areas, coming over here, five-star hotel, all getting together. Maybe everyone's got a machete or whatever they've got, and then one day something's gonna happen. They're all gonna come out and kill us all. You know what I mean? It's one of them things. You think like that. Listen, I'm not a racist person, yeah. My girlfriend's black, yeah. You know what I mean? And my mates are black, But I've got to say it. All my mates are Jamaican blacks, yeah. I've got a few Indian black people, they call them coolies, and really nice people, yeah. And but I can't. It's just I can't put my head round the way the government's going. Just letting them all in, yeah. And that's it. Just letting them into these hotels. They don't go to school. It's mad, mate. It's mad, And for me, that day that I went to Rainer's Lane, sat outside Costa Coffee, and that young girl was harassed by 2 or 3 guys from across the road in an asylum seekers. It used to be William Hill offices block. They've changed into hotels now, into a hotel, and they come from there, mate. And they harassed that young girl. If I hadn't have been there, what would have happened? Do you know what I mean? And it's like it's a 24/7 thing. I get it all the time. People telling me, you know, that my daughter this, my daughter that, my son this, my son that, you know. And it's terrible, mate. I mean, the other day when I'm walking through Ealing Broadway, yeah, and to see this Palestine, all these Palestine people, it was a march. And I said to the guy, he said, "Well, not very big, is it?" You know, he said, "Well, it's going to get big." And I walked away, come back 10 minutes later, and there's maybe 200, 300 people just arrived. Just arrived. Then everybody's shouting out what they're going to do, they're going to kill this, kill that, and nothing's done. On a mic, outside Ealing Town Hall, on the stairs, shouting out on the mic, kill this, kill that, kill this, kill that. And I'm going to myself, okay, you know what I mean? I just couldn't believe it, mate. I couldn't believe this happens in our country, and no one does a thing about it. I wonder what would happen if young guys got up on the mic and started saying, "We'll kill him." What would happen? The police station was only across the road. The police station was across the road from the town hall, and not one police officer was there. Unless it was undercover, I don't know. But there was not one police officer there that I see in a uniform or whatever to check it out. You know what I mean? You know, and we got this big march next Saturday. Big march down the city. Everyone meeting at Victoria Station. You know, and I often think to myself, what for? What is it for? What, you think you can change the government? You think you can change their mind? All these people are going to come. It's going to change their mind. Listen, you got millions of people, maybe 20, 30, 40 million people going there. Yes, that would change it. Yeah. But you're getting like maybe 200 or 10,000 people out of how many in this country. You know, everybody should go there and show the government we are solid. We are solid now, mate. You ain't going to do this and do that to us. You think you can get away with it? No, you can't. Because these politicians, yeah, they ain't doing nothing for us. You got to remember, they're sitting in their big houses, looking at all this, laughing, saying, "What difference is it going to make? They ain't going to do nothing to change it. They ain't going to change it. You know what I mean? They ain't going to change this. It's going to stay as it is. We're going to do what we want to do. They can do what they want. But you've got hundreds of millions of people going around the city, going absolute hate. They're going to change it. They're going to change their mind, mate. You know what I mean? What gives people the rights to come to our country and start vandalising our statues, vandalising all our places like museums and writing on the walls and crash? What gives them the rights to do that? And nothing happens. What gives them the right? You know what I mean? It makes you sick, mate. I mean, I walk around doing videos and all that, you know, and I see it, and I look. Listen, mate. I could walk. Listen, years ago, what was it? Armin said to get all. I think it was Africa somewhere. To get all the Asians out of his country because they're taken over. They all come to our country, and now they took over. You know, every corner shop, listen, Asians and all that, I think all they want to do is work. Yeah, work, and that's it, yeah. And you go to Southall, there's, it's packed with Asians, but they're all working. They're all working, shops, millions of shops. You know, it's a big con down there. You've got 18 jewellers in about half a mile. You know what I mean? It's all closed shops. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can see that it's a big swindle going on there, tax evasion or whatever it is. But they're there and they're earning money. Fair play. So they ain't really causing us a problem. You know what I mean? But all these others that seem to be coming over from these different countries, they ain't doing nothing, mate. All they're doing is walking around the streets, giving us grief for young girls. I really hate to think if I hadn't been there, you know, for that young kid, what would have happened to that young girl, you know what I mean? I hate to think, you know, and no one else. There was other people sitting outside Costa Coffee, and no one's done nothing, mate. It was only me that's done something, you know what I mean? And I've only been off my IPP about, 3 or 4 days. You know, and I thought to myself, when I'm on my IPP, none of this is happening. I'm not seeing anything happening, mind you. I'm not seeing it happen because I didn't go out. 12 years of me being out of prison, I swear to God, I have not been anywhere. I swear I haven't been anywhere. I've kept myself just locked away, mate, back in prison, but in a better place. You know what I mean? Than prison. And now my IPP's finished, I'm walking about seeing. I haven't noticed it, mate. The change is just crazy. The things what has happened. You know. I'm not. Listen, as I said, I'm not racist, yeah. But every shop that I walked into when I was doing my videos or whatever I was doing, everybody behind the counters of these shops were either Asians, or as I say, they work, yeah, Polish. I mean, do you know what I can't make out? Yeah, you got the Polish government, yeah. They will not allow anybody in their country without a passport that they can check out. Who they don't want, they kick them back out again. They will not have people that in their country that are into anything like violence. Any violence, or kick them out. Kick them out. Our country, if you haven't got a passport, come on, mate. What we'll do, we'll give you a nice place to live, a 5-star hotel. We're going to give you a little bit of money every day so you ain't got no problems about buying food. We're going to give you a nice phone, yeah? And you can do whatever you want for 2 or 3 years, walk about in a nice 5-star hotel and lovely. Listen, you know, I've said it before. A friend of mine was security in Birmingham, 5-star hotels, 4-star hotels, Holiday Inn, all these sorts of places, right? And after this people maybe left, gone somewhere else to another hotel, they got to clean it out, yeah? They got people, like this girl I know, she employs people to go in the hotel and clean it out. She was telling me, you would not believe what it's like. They cook in kettles. They cook food in kettles. They make fires on the floor in these metal buckets, you know, to cook food. They break up chairs. They break this up, break that up to put wood to burn. You know, the beds are just smashed to pieces. The showers are absolutely filth. The toilets are full of poo. But flush it and that's it. They're full of it, but it ain't clean. You know, don't let people into the rooms to clean their rooms. They just leave it. You know? And we allow it, mate. We allow it. And you must have seen pictures on the news outside hotels when people are gone. It's absolutely full of crap, full of filth when they took out the hotel, and we're allowing that. The government just don't care, mate. They don't give a monkeys. They don't care. They love it, mate. They must be getting fortunes. They must be getting an absolute fortune for every man that comes across that border. You go to their country, you fly to their country. You couldn't even get out of this country if you didn't have an airport, you didn't have a passport. You couldn't go across the channel. We couldn't go across the channel in 80 handlers in boats. Get to the other side. You couldn't do that, mate. It wouldn't be allowed. But they can come across there. Come across there. Come across. Come on. You're welcome. They love it, mate. You can see them all smiling, laughing, getting on coaches, you know, giving you that sign as they're going past, you know, and they're going to a nice hotel. You can't get into the hotel because they've got their own security that you're not allowed in. You know, Paul Thorpe the other week, didn't he? He went there and he wasn't allowed to go in the hotel. And there's a guy there, security guy, that was maybe come across the boat, maybe he got a passport, give him a job, and he wants to bash Paul Thorpe up. You know what I mean? It's gone over the top, mate. It's gone too far. The government don't care. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. You know what I mean? They don't care. And I think, you know, the amount of people that are going through this march, I don't think it's going to make no difference. It's going to make no difference. The police now, they know they've got to do what they do. They're little bully boys. You know what I mean? They've got to do as they're told. You know, you can imagine what they was like at school or wherever they come from. You know, it's got really, really out of order. You know what I mean? It's getting crazy. Do you know what, mate? I hate this country, really. I don't like it no more, you know what I mean? Because, you know, it's going to kick off. It will kick off and a lot of people are going to get hurt and people are going to get killed. For what? Because the government just let people come across the water. hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, in the end of the day, are going to come to this country, haven't got passports, asylum seekers, and the government's going to give them the asylum. As I say, if Labour get in, if Labour going to get in, they're going to give everybody a common cost of water asylum. They're going to do it. Of course they're going to do it. Of course they're going to do it. It don't make no sense to me what's going on. There's no sense in it. There's supposed to be our people, our government, not their government, our government, right, that are not listening to us. They're not listening to us. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. If they cared about what we say, they wouldn't allow it. But they just don't push us aside. Listen, you don't know what's going on. We know what's going on. We're getting fortunes for every person that comes across. Go away. They don't care about us, mate. They don't care. Vote, vote, vote. Them votes, mate, don't even go in. Do you know what I mean? Forget about it. Forget about it. Tommy Robinson, he's trying his hardest. Paul Thorpe, he's trying his hardest. But where's it coming to? Where's it going? Where's it going? It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere at all. It's finished, mate. It's just a waste of time. It makes me feel sick, mate. That is, me, I often think about the Crays. I often think about the Richardsons, the Rileys, the Nashes, the Brindles, and all these people that are big companies years ago, yeah? And they must feel sick now. Who's alive? There isn't many alive. I don't know about the Riley Evans and all that. I don't know that they're still alive. But, you got Freddie Foreman. He's what's he now? 98 years of age. You got 8 odd years of age. You got Eddie Richardson. They must look around now and think, fucking hell, man, what is going on? What's going on? And in our days, this wouldn't be allowed. And in our days, the government would put you in prison because you're trying to take over. But would them people allow what's going on now? If they was alive today, right, and the age, say there was 30 years of age, would they allow this to happen? Would they allow this to happen in their area? Would they allow all these migrants and all that, or whatever it is, right, asylum seekers, to come to hotels around their areas and do whatever they do, walk around the street abusing people? No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. They was put in prison for this, mate. They was put in prison for this, you know what I mean? And I've been in prison most of my life, yeah? And it's shocking, mate, what's going on. It's just shocking. You come out, you don't know what goes in prison. In prison, you live in a cocoon, yeah? In prison, you're in a cocoon. When you go in prison, if your front room's pink in your mind, in your head, you come out and that front room is supposed to be still pink because it hasn't changed. You're not changed. You've not moved forward at all. Your brain's stuck. It's this stopped. All you're talking about, all you're thinking about is prison. It's the life in prison life, That's all it is. And when you get out, you look around and you think, wow, man, what's going on? There's cars coming down the road 80, 90 miles. Everything's gone crazy, and I think, well, mate, I'm one of the last, right? I'm the last of the fighters. I'm one of the last of the fighters, the unlicensed fighter. I'm one of the last ones, mate. I'm one of the last ones about, and it's, I don't know, mate. I really don't. I talk, a lot of my mates go on these marches, they all meet in pubs and all that, and this, that, and the other, and, go on there. We're going to go and see Tommy Robinson and all that. What for? Standing up, talking and all this, that, it just makes no difference. It makes no difference. They're all talking and shouting. It has to be done in millions, mate. Not thousands, millions. Millions. If you've got millions there, mate, it's going to make a difference. But they're not bothered, the government, about a little couple of thousand people. You know what I mean? But when there's millions of them, it just makes a lot of difference, you know what I mean? And, anyway, I can go on all day about this. It just drives me mad. I just love going around London now, or wherever I go around different towns and all that, and just see what's going on. Just, I love it, mate. And look at. Do you know? As I said before, yeah, I went into shops, yeah. Why? Listen, I don't know about getting the shop, but why don't this country become like Poland, where they're not allowing them people into the country? He will not allow people into his country. That is how it should be. I think Australia the same, maybe. Are they like that? Anyway, bang, bang, mail. Good morning, yeah.